Hey, job seekers, welcome to episode 8 of the JobsPlus JobsCast. The JobsCast is our virtual job fair where the premise is pretty simple. We check in with a local employer that has immediate openings, and we peek behind the curtain with an insider with some perspective on culture, pay, hours, benefits, and more. At any point, if you have a question, feel free to drop it in the chat, and we're going to do our best to answer it by the time we're done. At JobsPlus, we believe in what we call empowerment through employment. It's our goal to inspire you to gain the freedom and the power to become who you want to be, because you're going to discover self-sufficiency through the work that you're paid to do. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Do one thing that scares you every day." You know, our lives tend to drift towards safety and protection, not just from physical harm, but even from our own personal fears. I've been doing some home projects lately that needed to be taken care of. I had a concrete walkway that had become dangerous with the amount of deterioration, and I could not get a mason to call me back. I had to do it myself. I've never done something like that before, and I was terrified of messing up the entrance to my very own house. I had to change the way I talked to myself inside about the project. I had to face my fears and get it done. Is it perfect? No, but it's done. I had successfully done the thing that scared me that day, and while it could always be better, I'm gonna fear that project a little bit less next time. Today, I want you to consider that perhaps looking for a position or a role has you bound up with fear of rejection. Maybe you've already been rejected multiple times. Fear of losing your benefits. But I want you to realize that everything you may want in your life is on the other side of your fear. So do something today that scares you and take a step towards your next goal. With that, we're going to jump into today's conversation. Hey, everybody. I want you to meet Tabbetha Pearce. She's the on-site manager with Career Start. And I put up behind me a little wall today, so you can kind of imagine that fear that's up, that wall that you might have between you and your dreams, and realize that that fear is a wall that you can get through, you can climb over, but also everything you want is on the other side of that wall, and I believe that you can get there. And I also believe that Tabbetha's here to help us do that today. So Tabbetha, tell us a little bit about Career Start and what you love about matching companies with new employees.
So, well, first of all, Career Start, it was started in Rochester. We have branched out to Buffalo and Syracuse. We started in Syracuse in about October. We are a woman-owned company, so that's super cool. We are branching out actually all over the place. We have a couple of clients in Ohio and New Jersey. What I love about the job is I'm helping people. I know a lot of people get that sense like, oh, you're a temp agency. The one thing about Career Start is we provide you the tools you need to succeed, and it's up to you to get there. But I want you to get from point A to point B. And if that means, making sure I'm holding your hand along the way and coaxing you, that's something that I was never taught. I kind of learned the hard way. So not having that, being that person now for somebody with Career Start is the most amazing feeling in the world.
That's great. I love just the connection and the partnership that we have with Career Start to really understand how to get people through the process, and you guys do it so well. You guys have a number of roles that you're hiring for right now across the region, and we could probably talk for hours about the opportunities that you guys have. But you said that you do have some big priority roles that you want to tell us about. Just give us an overview of what you guys are looking for right now.
Okay. So we have one client that we're really, we're going back to normal life, and this company makes marketing products and paper products and things like that. And they're really, everybody's getting back out there, whether it's cardboard cutouts of like alcohol beverages or whatever. They make a lot of material like that. So they need a lot of help. basically what the position is it is stacking all of the products and getting them prepared for shipment. And that, I want to say it's an easy job, but it sounds easy. It's work. You have a process that you have to do. Make sure you're putting everything right. That's so it's presentable for the customer. So taking pride in your job and detail is what we're looking for somebody. And the one nice thing about this job, and I think it is because you work 3 days one week, 4 days the next. They are 12-hour shifts. But just think about it. Look how much, time you're getting in between, you're getting downtime. You can still get your stuff done. And I feel like we're compacting everything. This is kind of the same thing. We're compacting your day for you. That's so you're not working 5 days a week.
That's great. I love the idea of, we're talking, 3 and 4 day weekends sometimes. And which is, I think anybody's dream, right? That's great. Tell us a little bit about, if you can, in terms of the type of people that they're looking for. JobsPlus, we have work limited people. We have people with some criminal records, some varying education levels and transportation needs. Can you give us a little bit of idea of, where, are there background checks? Are there opportunities for accommodations for people with disabilities? What does this role look like for those types of scenarios?
So the one really great benefit for this company is they don't do a background check. They're not going to judge you by your past. They want to see you in the present. They want to make sure, at the end of the day, we've all made mistakes. Let's do our job. That's kind of their thought process. So if you've had challenges in the past, that's not something to look down on yourself about, because there's people that are willing to accept you arms wide open and give you that opportunity to, potentially have a stable career. The type of person they're looking for is exactly that person that wants to get out there, make a difference in their job and be like, hey, I did that. I'm proud of myself. It is a physically demanding job because, you're just moving all over the place and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think it's more of a, you earned what you worked for. You know what I mean? I think that's really great. Unfortunately, we don't have any ride share programs right now. It is in Baldwinsville. The shifts are pretty cut and dry. It's either 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that's also cool. So you're not like, oh, I'm working, swing 12 hours or anything. It's structured. 1 week you work Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. The next week you work Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday.
That's great. So you've got some time in between those shifts. And if you're listening to this and your brain's putting up a little barrier, JobsPlus is able to hook you up for a limited time with Lyft. All you need to talk to your job coach about it and kind of figure out from there what options are available to you. Tabbetha, who really does? It sounds like you're looking for hard workers, and everybody is, but who's really the successful candidate here? What are there places that you're already finding them that they're doing well? Are there specific skills or abilities that are going to really help them be successful in a job like this?
So with a job like this, like I mentioned, it's kind of physically demanding. You're moving, you're moving stuff all over the place. So, you're on your feet the whole, 12 hours. Obviously you get your breaks, which is great. But if it doesn't mean it's the wrong fit for anybody. I mean, your body and what you're capable of. And, that's kind of, you just have to be physically prepared to, sweat a little. You lift up to 50 pounds. Anything over 35, we can get assistance for, which is really great. But, it's just one of those things, what your body's capable of. And I always say that to people, if you give it a try and you're like, man, this isn't it, then that just means it's not the right fit for you. It doesn't mean you failed. I mean, good for you for going out and trying. That's the one thing that I think is really important.
That's great. Give us a little bit of an idea of the overall kind of application process for this role. I mean, how, if we've got somebody, really motivated to get to work and they're answering all the questions, what's the application process all the way through to onboarding kind of look like, and how long does that take?
Okay. So with that, I'll reiterate this every time I talk to you guys. And if we meet in person, you'll hear it too. I'm here to give you the tools to succeed. That means helping you walk through the application process. I get text messages all hours of the day saying, hey, I'm looking for a job. All right, cool. Let's set up an interview. So we have a casual conversation. I don't want you to have to feel like you have to get a business suit from your closet from 6 years ago. Be comfortable. Just reach out to me and say, hey, I'm looking for a job. I would really, like something. I feel like when you put something on a website, you don't get answers. I like that I'm able to say, hey, I'll get back to you, or you know what? I have something that might be a little bit better for you, but thanks for reaching out for this position, but this is going to be a way better fit. That happens a lot too. So basically the application process is you reach out to me, either email, you can call me, you can text me. I'm happy to respond. And we can go from there. Lots of different opportunities. And I'm going to place you where I think you're going to excel.
That's great. I hear you just eliminating that fear, taking away, all we have to do is start the conversation with a text message or an email, or pick up the phone and call if it's easier, and you're already ready to walk us through the process. And I think that's great. So if you're looking for just the easiest way to get started, and you need a baby step towards the right direction for this career goal that you might have, I would say it sounds like, giving Tabbetha a text or an email just to get the ball rolling today is a great opportunity. And I would imagine that there's opportunity to grow in the companies that you're working with in different capacities. Where are they for this particular role in Baldwinsville?
So the one thing that I love when I walk through the facility is there are a lot of, and I'll call myself middle-aged people my age, and they're there working and they're able to support their families. I think that's great, especially in this day and age. I mean, sometimes, a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, if that. This is a spot where there's an opportunity to grow. As far as with pay, they were at $13 for quite some time, and we really talked to them and got out in the community and said, hey, we need to push something a little bit more realistic. And right now, like, first shift is $14.50, second shift is $15.25, and it goes up from there. You have forklift experience, it goes up. After you've been there your 360 hours, you have the conversation with the company, and they'll see where they can, place you where you'll be the most successful. And when I mean success, that means in your job and in your pay for your job. And I mean, the opportunities there.
That's great. That's great. And I love that they're talking about living wages and being able to really and seeing you guys push employers for that is really exciting to hear. We're just about wrapping up here, but anything that you would kind of add on to anything we talked about already, you feel like you missed, or you want to just encourage people to consider, or where to kind of start from here?
Yeah, you guys, I know what it is to be in your shoes. I literally have looked before I got this job, I applied to 217 positions on Indeed. That hurts. The one thing that I have done is, even if it doesn't work out between us, I'm going to make sure that I cover everything I can to make sure that if we don't have an opportunity for you, I'm still going to help you. It's so important to me. If you have the tools to succeed, not everybody has them dangling in front of them. I'm willing to do that for you.
That's great. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm gonna take you off the screen for just a minute here, but I'm just gonna make sure that everybody knows how to contact you. And if you have questions, even if you're trying to figure out, maybe there's something that is closer to where you are, and as those roles come up, having you in their system is going to make that job opportunity all the more real for you. So reach out, visit their website, careerstartny.com, and look at the roles that are available. Reach out to Tabbetha, talk to her, and I'm sure we'll be hearing from you again. So thank you so much, Tabbetha.
Can I say one more thing real quick?
Absolutely.
Are looking for clients that are bus route friendly. Like I said, right now this one isn't, but so just keep my number for future reference too, guys, because when that time comes and everyone's hitting the ground running, I'm going to call you first. So at least let's build something here.
Great. So even if the job isn't right, it's an opportunity to get in the system for the next one that comes up.
Exactly.
Perfect. But we'd love to get this conversation rolling. So reach out to Tabbetha. We'll be hearing from her again. And as roles come up, they'll be sharing them with us as well. So we'll be, making sure that those get in front of you. But if you want to make sure for yourself and kind of face that fear, start with a baby step of just texting or calling, emailing Tabbetha and get on to that next direction. So thanks so much, Tabbetha. We'll talk to you in a minute. Just want to say, if you're interested in employment opportunities available through Career Start, you can call Tabbetha. The name and number is all right there. If that's even still too much of a step, I just want to say, reach out to your job coach. If something popped up, you're worried about transportation, you're worried about, the shifts or the hours, talk to your job coach. They are the barrier breakers. They're the problem solvers. They're going to help you figure out childcare. They're going to help you figure out if you're work limited, if there's an issue that you just can't seem to get around, they're going to be the ones to help you. And if for whatever reason, I know life happens and you lose information, you forget exactly where your information is in regards to your coach. I want to bring up our website here. You go to JobsPlus.org and click on Job Seekers. And if you just scroll all the way past some of these great services that are all available to you, some of our upcoming events, as we're going to be talking to Stickley next week, past JobsCast with all sorts of roles that we've had. And I want to touch on two things here. I want you to see right there that you can contact your coach. We had people using that this week in order to reach out to their coach. They didn't know exactly how to spell their name. They didn't know, their full name. So they just wanted to get the information. I got the information right out to the coach and got the ball rolling. The other thing I want to mention is this job seeker group on Facebook. If you are a job seeker with us, we can hook you up with exclusive tools and resources to just help your job search go the route it needs to go. So those two things right there are super, super helpful in reaching your job coach and getting the information out. You can even upload files, take a picture of a document that you might need to get to them, all right there, and super safe and secure. But again, reach out to your job seeker or your coach on our website if you need to. But before I let you go, I want to say what I usually say. If you found this content helpful, subscribe on whatever platform that you are watching this on. If it's YouTube, make sure you hit that bell notification. So every time that we go live or we put something that's going to go live or upload a video, there's going to be something right there for you to see and check that out. And also don't forget about that job seeker group. We want to invite you to our next JobsCast. We've got a holiday coming up next weekend, so we're going to be talking a little bit earlier in the week, but I want you to join us May 26th at 2 p.m. as we talk to Stickley. So we're going to be talking to Stickley out in Manlius. They have multiple roles open. They are super friendly towards helping you figure out transportation, and we've got job coaches that are going to help you do that. So join us May 26th at 2 p.m. and let's get to work.